Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. This is Pamela, and you are watching Pam Entertainment TV, where we review movies, television series, and do celebrity legal news. Also, join me for my pop culture chats. If you'd like to support the channel, please like, comment, and subscribe. My Venmo and Cash App is below. Thank you so much, and let's get started. All right, y'all, let's go over this. I don't know how my hair is acting, child. Anyway, let's go into this in regards to Chris Brown. Apparently, the courts in UK or the police in UK, however it works out over there, they have added some more charges in regards to Chris Brown and this assault charge. Also, along with his co-defendant, they've added some charges. So let's go over and read the article in regards to that, and you'll hear my commentary. All right. This is by ABC News and is coming out of London. Written by the Associated Press. It says single Chris Brown pleads not guilty to 2 further charges over London assault case. Grammy Award-winning Chris Brown has pleaded not guilty to 2 further charges related to the serious beating of a music producer with a bottle in a London nightclub in 2023. It says, and so there is a video attached. We definitely will watch this video, and then we will give commentary as the video goes on. I hope there's no commercial starting in the front.
Attack. And what happens now that Brown's entered this not guilty plea?
Hey, Diana. Well, all those charges stem from that incident about 2 years ago in February of 2023, where prosecutors allege that Brown attacked a man unprovoked in that nightclub in London. They then say he chased him to another area of the nightclub after hitting him allegedly with a tequila bottle, where Brown and another man repeatedly assaulted this victim.
Now, apparently, was stemming that they were at a nightclub, as she stated. There is video of this incident that's floating around. I don't have the video, and I'm unsure if they're going to show any video footage from here, but I do understand that there is a video showing the victim being assaulted. So we will see how that works. There is a co-defender in this case, but we'll let them continue.
Now, Brown just today pled not guilty to those charges of assault. He's also being charged with having an offensive weapon, that tequila bottle. Now, Diana, if you remember, this might not be Brown's first run-in with the law. If you remember, back in 2009, Brown pled guilty to assaulting his then-girlfriend, Rihanna. Everyone's watching this trial. What's next? The trial's set to begin in a few months. And until then, Diana, he's actually keeping busy, still having his concerts here in the UK.
So how's this impacting his tour? He can just carry on for the most part?
Yeah, exactly, Dan. This is what's really interesting. He awaits trial. He was having to give over his passport to the UK government, but they're giving it back to him for specific tour dates. So he was able to perform in Amsterdam, obviously leaving the country earlier this.
Another thing I want to add in regards to this is not only is he still touring, but he has also settled a lawsuit with the victim. It's an undisclosed amount, but we do understand that the civil lawsuit that the victim has filed, I think he filed in California, has been settled. I do not know how that will impact the case in the UK. We will see, but let us continue.
This month. He had a concert in Manchester over the weekend, and at that concert, he actually thanked fans for coming out and supporting him, even thanking the jail, saying he's having a nice time there, almost making light of the situation. And this one's interesting, Diane. Before pleading guilty today, yesterday, he had a concert in Wales, right here in the UK, and he has two more concerts here in London this weekend. So while he is awaiting trial, again, with very serious charges of assault, he is able to keep the tour going, and we'll be seeing him here in London this weekend, Diane.
All right.
All right. Because one thing that Chris Brown has, he has followers. Now, one of the things about Chris Brown, and I think she alluded to the fact, is the fact that we do have the initial time that we realized that there was some issues and issues when there was an assault against Rihanna. Rihanna has definitely moved on. She also stated in an interview that she did with Oprah that she has forgiven him and she has moved on. She feels like he needed some help and she hoped that he got help. However, he moved on into new relationships with Karrueche and some of the mother of his children. Now, I do know that Karrueche had a restraining order against him. If that restraining order was granted, again, she has moved on from Chris Brown. It's been a whole lot. He has gotten into different types of troubles, different types of things. And it seems, again, as I would say, is Chris Brown talented? Could Chris Brown have a bigger reach? Yes, he could. I think that because of what happened with Rihanna, it stymied him, but it didn't stop. He continues to have a huge fan base. He continues to sell out arenas. He just does. So I don't know how this case is going to work out, but I will say this. It seems like most of the trouble that Chris Brown gets into, and I am not making light of it, it has everything to do with his temper and his lack of discipline. And a lot of this has to do with lack of discipline. A lot of this has to do is what is more important to you all? What is more important to you? Because as Black men, I know it's a situation that is not fair. However, you have a lot of talented person. The talent will take you to the place that you need to be, but it is your character that keeps you in that place. And if your character is trash, you're going to have a lot of this kind of stuff that keeps following you. So let's hope that, well, it ain't no hoping. Let's figure it out because, again, there is video on this incident. And if the UK jury believes that all of the stuff that he did, he will be spending time in jail. In prison, excuse me. And I think assault carries up to a 10 to 15-year prison term. So Chris Brown needs to get everything where he needs to do. He needs to work this thing out. Maybe plead, get a suspended sentence. I don't know. But his history is going to follow him. His history in the United States possibly will follow him. I am unfamiliar with UK court, and this will be a great opportunity to see if they televise or do anything. I don't know if they televise UK courts and things like that. I have to ask my UK people about that. But again, he has been charged with extra charges. Let's get into those extra charges. He's been charged with having an offensive weapon, which was a bottle. And his co-defendant, Amulolu Akalolu, he's also denied an actual bodily harm. So it's having the weapon and then bodily harm. So, child, this is a doggone mess. And here it is where it says, and I'm going to make sure that you all are watching what I am watching. I have highlighted. It says this was a 2023 attack was caught on surveillance in front of a club full of people. a club full of people. So I hope he is taking this thing serious. Like, I hope he's taking all those things. But again, your talent will put you in the room. It's your character that will keep you there. And if you all are not exhibiting the character that you need to, the discipline that you need to, you're going to be parted from your money as quickly as you made it. And that's just real deal Holyfield. So again, Chris Brown, there's 2 charges that have been added. He has pled not guilty to those added charges. All right. Yeah, it's like you're just it's like we're beating our heads with the drum. You young men are doing the same, continue to do the same things over and over and over again, and y'all are expecting a different result. There is no different result. If you perform violence on someone, you will be arrested and you will be charged. If you perform violence against someone, they will sue you civilly to part you from your money. So you got to figure out what's important, because the behaviors that you have can no longer continue. And a lot of folks can no longer continue to sit here and like, oh, they're trying to get the black man. Of course they are. But if you are willingly doing the behaviors that get you caught on the radar, okay. All right, people, we do this every week. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Please share this video if you care. What do you all think about Chris Brown and his case and the new charges that he has against him? Again, this is Pam from Pam Entertainment TV. This is Celebrity Legal News. Please tell a friend, tell a kin, tell a co-worker, tell that heifer that you can't stand that I'm over here making these videos. And as always, people, bye-bye.